Hey viewers, welcome to another game with Casual Pro Gamer. Today we're doing game number 3 between ST Life in the top right corner as the Zerg player and Liquid Taeja as the Terran in the bottom left. So a nice green map here on one side where it is kind of grayish on the other side. So kind of a nice map design. It has a clear, division into the two parts of the map. And yeah, that is some really nice map designing. Anyhow, we are going to see game number 3. Obviously, I'm not going to spoil the score here. I'm going to, yeah, it's in the bottom part of the screen, the score. So I'm going to put a little annotation over that so that you don't get spoiled. If you wanted to know the score, yeah, you should have watched game numbers 1 and 2. Yeah, well, it doesn't really matter. We are going to see a little bit of an extractor trick on this side, then the standard wall off on the ramp, and yeah, no surprises there for now. We are, however, going to just wait for something to happen. There's nothing else to tell you really. I told most of the random stuff in the earlier games. But yeah, we are going to see a refinery coming up. That's an early refinery, which probably means he wants an early factory. Maybe even an early, I don't know, starport. Maybe some banshees coming up. I don't know. We will see what he has in store for us. We do have a hatchery coming up before spawning pool. Well, it is a big map, so I guess it's fair enough to go for that. Not a lot of players will actually cheese on this map because it's way too big. There's really no way to get your reinforcements to help with your early attack, and yeah, you lose a lot of resources for cheesing. So yeah, we are going to see Reapers then. Reapers, of course, normally an early game harass unit, and then it doesn't really work out, or well, he mostly gets 1 kill or so, or 2 kills. So it's a nice scouting unit. It's it can actually do very well, especially in the lower level games, but these guys are not lower level. So yeah, we do have to assume that they will do not too much. It's why they normally build 1 or 2, in this case 2, and with the 2 Reapers they're going to just try to harass a little bit, and if they don't work anymore, so once they don't work anymore I should say, so once the queens are out, they will just fall back, scout around a bit, and then just blend into the army, just do their damage from there. Anyhow, for now we are just going to follow him around, just see what he does. For now he should be able to do some damage to these Zerglings. However, is he going to be able to survive this? Yeah, he can just hop off this cliff. And yeah, he gets 2 kills here. Well, it's basically only 1 kill because, well, you get 2 Zerglings for the price of 1. Then he hops off and is going to heal back up. And that's exactly the way he works up until the moment the queens come out. And now he kind of becomes useless because the queens will actually be able to shoot them from afar, and they will not have the advantage of the range. Well, when it comes to the Zerglings, they of course do have that advantage. And the queens will not allow that anymore. He is going to hop onto that, and wow, this little step here is there just for these Reapers. It's kind of funny how these little things on the map are designed for specific units, and of course there's nothing here, but it is high because, well, they don't want the Reapers to jump off these cliffs. So yeah, there's that. Anyhow, Reapers are going to do some more damage, but they're not going to manage to do too much. Another queen is coming out. They're trying to surround these Reapers, but yeah, that's not going to work. Reapers just too fast, too mobile. Both of them have 4 kills, so that's a, oh no, sorry, no, it's 4 and 1. So it's a pretty decent amount of kills, but it's not unheard of. But yeah, they're worth their money. Not sure if they're worth their APM, which is action per minute, for those of you who don't know, the amount of clicking you have to do for them basically. So I'm not sure if, all of that attention that he had to use to get those Reapers there and control them and things like that, I don't know if that's actually worth the trouble. But yeah, well, apparently he does think that it is worth the trouble because, well, otherwise he wouldn't do this. And we do have some Hellions coming in now. Hellions are going to be able to harass quite a bit. The thing is, they're not really good against queens. You need 6 or so to fight against the queens. And then we have a spine crawler that is also kind of good against the Hellions. So all in all, the Hellions not going to do too much because he does have 6 now, so he can go up against the queens. Obviously, he can go up against drones. But with queens and a spine crawler, it's going to be hard to do anything here. And wow, that is a long expansion thingy from the creep tumor. But yeah, it did work. Kind of cute. Yeah, the creep spread, of course, really important early game, and well, the entire game. And we are going to try to do that as much as possible as the Zerg player, because the Zerg player really needs that creep spread to be able to get that movement advantage and to defend his bases with his queens and his, well, slower units basically. Queens are kind of very slow units. I mean, the Zerglings can manage without it, because as soon as they have the speed upgrade, they should be doing fine defending wherever. And here is the Reaper once again coming in, this time just to scout. Yeah, there is no way he wanted to get out of there alive. He was just there to scout. And yeah, well, we do have some Mutalisks coming in now. Mutalisks going to ignore these Hellions, even though they can get some free shots off. They want to do damage to this this base. But look at that, the missile turret's already underway. Is he going to be in time to do some damage here? The missile turret might actually be able to go... Yeah, it did go up, no problem. Wow. He just came in and then immediately retreated again. Of course, the Marines do a very good job of defending this. That's really not the problem. The Marines can do very, very well against these Mutalisks, and the Mutalisks now going to take care of these Hellions. As I said, they can do some free shots on that. He positions his Mutalisks a little bit wrong, which means that they are now going to get out. Yeah, if he positions his Mutalisks in the retreat path, it would have been a lot better. But yeah, he didn't, so it wasn't going to be any better. And we are going to get a massive amount of Banelings in. Let's see what he's planning to do with that. Because if those Banelings reach any part of the base, they can actually do a lot of damage. And look at that, the bunker defending this part, but now he opened up this part and it's way harder to defend 2 sides of that same base, of course. But yeah, well, he chose it himself, so here we go. Are we going to splash on everything here? Yeah, we are going to splash on everything here. Nice Baneling just detonations, and yeah, there's really nothing that you can do as a Terran player against this. So siege tanks, they work really well. Or Widow Mines. Widow Mines work extremely well against Banelings, because one Widow Mine shot can take out the entire group of Banelings if they grouped up like that. And yeah, that of course sucks balls if you're the Zerg player, because it's basically free. The Widow Mine shot is basically free. Yeah, the Widow Mine, of course, you want those anyway, so might as well build them. Yeah, really didn't have anything against those Banelings, and now he lost a lot of crap to that. Didn't get supply blocked, funnily enough, so maybe for a little bit, but at least now he's not. So few Zerglings still alive in the back of this base, and we are going to see that some units were left in that base, but yeah, not really doing anything. More units coming in now though, and we have air units as well as the ground units. So the thing behind this is, if the Marines stop to fight these Mutalisks, the Banelings will come in and detonate on them and immediately kill them. On the other hand, if they don't stop for the Mutalisks will just get free shots off, and so it's kind of a win-win situation for the Zerg that he's trying to create there. Of course, there are units to work against that, and well, the Widow Mines are examples of those kind of units. And yeah, the Mutalists just very good at pressuring the base of your opponent, but you do have to, well, give them some ground support in order to not get shot by these Marines. Of course, if you defend with Marines and you get hit by a couple of Banelings, you can lose an entire Marine control group. Like you can lose like 10 Marines to 2 Banelings, and that would really suck for you. Anyhow, yeah, just Widow Mines to defend against this, I guess. He doesn't really have anything else. For the rest, it's just everyone is just marching into his base and really not caring about what's happening to them. Yeah, lots of suicide units, I guess, here for the Zerg player. Zerg player just happily trading units here and there, and then going to get out of there right now. Yeah, he should regroup. But look at those Widow Mines, they are recharging all the time. Oh, we have an Overseer coming in. I was like, how did he shoot him now? The Overseer comes in, which means that there is no more free Baneling, shots there for those Widow Mines. And the Widow Mines do still live, at least in the backside here. 4 Widow Mines still alive, and he should actually be able to take them out, no problem. Yeah, the Overseer is so strong against that, because once you spot those kind of units, they're not that strong anymore, because you can just draw out the shot with 1 Zergling and then shoot them afterwards, because, well, the long respawn time on that missile, yeah, it's kind of bad. Anyhow, you do have a little bit of an army back up now for the Terran player. He is producing as many Marines as he can, but this time, compared to one of the last games, this time he doesn't have his medevacts every fight, because, well, we do have the Mutalists to take out the medevacts, and of course that results in a decent amount of Marines, but no healing power. So after a fight, he cannot heal back up, and he cannot just, yeah, freely trade damage with the Zerg in order to, yeah, get ahead. No, he needs to be careful. He needs to make sure that he produces enough medevacts in order to heal this up. And until that time comes, until he has enough of those medevacts, he's going to have to sit in his base and, well, just let the Zerg player roam free. Zerg player, of course, just expanding and expanding and expanding and building and building and building, because he doesn't really care what's happening. He just, well, uses his units to keep pressure up and to make sure that the Terran player cannot really move out. However, the Terran player is expanding again, and look at the amount of mules he has. The mules are going to mine out this expansion really quickly with a couple of SCVs just to help out. But yeah, the Zerg player cannot really keep the pressure on, although he is trying, and he did take out one of the missile turrets there, which means that he now has a little bit of a spot to harass, as long as he can keep coming back to that. He's not going to do that though. He's going to fall all the way back to his base, because there is a little bit of a fight going on. And yeah, we are going to chase this guy now. The Mutalist just going to chase this medevac. The medevac will go down after the Marines go down, but yeah, it is going to do at least some damage. A little bit of a drop. It didn't really matter. I mean, he has so many units that even in base it doesn't matter. This, however, does matter quite a bit. His creep spread got stopped, and that means that, well, with the creep tumors taken out, that the creep will recede back to his base. Well, not entirely back, but to the next creep tumors. And that's a pretty big deal, because that movement speed is really important. And if you can get the creep threat far enough in, then yeah, you can do a whole lot with that. So we are going to try to harass this base. He gets a few shots off, but then has to retreat, because, well, obviously these Terran units are just going to, well, demolish the cloud of Mutalists here. And we do group up, quite a few Banelings out once again, and well, we'll have to see if he can actually make something out of this, because, well, he does have a decent amount of banelings, he does have a decent amount of mutalisks, but it's not an overwhelming army yet. The Terran player has a decent amount of marines as well, but that too isn't an overwhelming army. It can get sniped pretty easily with a few banelings, and yeah, one mistake on the control and you lose half your army to 2 banelings, and that wouldn't be good. Yeah, well, you wouldn't expect that, right? Losing your entire army is not good in this game. Wow, he lost 3, almost 4 medevacts, and I think that's all of his medevacts. I think he only has 1 left now. No, he has 2 more over here. And then he has 1 over here. So no, he does have a couple more. But yeah, he loses the 4th one as well, which was kind of obvious since it was only at 1 HP. And yeah, would be taken out just instantly. We are, however, going to try to go in with this group. Not sure when that will happen, but he is going to try. And here we go. We are going in now. Yeah, for some reason going for this base. That is a strange thing to do, since, well, first of all, there is nothing here. The second, well, there's nothing here. I guess he wanted to get something out of that. He got a queen, and then, well, these mutalisks are actually way more important to follow, but yeah, well, we'll stick with this for now. However, the front of the base is also under a little bit of attack. Mutalisks are going to come in, and yeah, then we're going back to the back of the base, where the Marines now did something very useful, which is to take out this entire base and might actually get the kill on the base itself as well. Are they going to manage to do it? Oh, so many Zerglings, but the Zerglings can't reach the Marines. And holy crap, how is he staying alive? I didn't understand that. He healed quite a bit, even though his medevac was already gone. But yeah, well, whatever. I don't know what happened there. The medevac does get taken out, so might as well have tried to save that Marine. But yeah, very nicely done. That one medevac with Marines actually did quite a bit of damage. Took out a queen in this base. Took out this entire base, including the queen and the drones, as far as they were not retreated. But it seems that they weren't. So, wow, look at those. Oh my god, so many Zerglings. Yeah, this is going to end disastrously for one of them. We'll have to see who that is. Yeah, the Banelings are going to turn around because they were going to get taken out. All of them were going to get taken out by the Marines. And you could see that they couldn't even reach the Marines. So they didn't do any damage to that. And that means that, yeah, what are we going to do then? Yeah, we're just going to turn around and try to do some damage. At least they took out some Marines. But the Marines now, yeah, getting whittled down. Bit by bit, this big group of Marines is getting taken out. However, there is still, well, the damage that they do. I mean, they do quite a lot of damage, and especially if we see the amount of damage they did to the Zergling count, yeah, it might actually be worth it. So of course, well, some of the Banelings will get taken out before they actually can reach, but oh man, no Banelings hit at all. More Banelings coming up, and more Banelings getting taken down. Some of them hit this time though, and a few Baneling hits can actually change the course of this, the course of this fight. Yeah, well, Marines at the door. We do have plenty of small units, but the small units can't really reach. You need some bigger units to take care of this, well, this threat here. But yeah, his bigger units are occupied over here. Look at that. No, 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 your missile turrets are not going to help. He does get to take out one Mutalisk, but the one Mutalisk is quite a sacrifice to make. It doesn't really matter. So one Mutalisk for an entire base worth of SCVs and 3 missile turrets. So yeah, that's a good trade. I will trade that any day. Being the Zerg player, of course. Wow, quite a few Widow Mines here. And the Widow Mines might actually be able to do something if they get burrowed in places that, well, we wouldn't expect as the Zerg player. But for now, wow, look at that. So quickly taken down there. He is going to drop that that rock tower and just lets the Terran player be stuck there for a while. He's going to march into this next base. This next base is the one that got mined out by the mules mostly, but yeah, well, look at that. The base is going to be taken out so quickly. It doesn't even matter. No repairs coming in. He could have repaired that with the SCVs. I don't think it would have helped though, but at least his army would have been able to arrive then. And a little bit of drop once again. The drop coming in at 2 banelings or 3 banelings detonating on 1 marine. That is not good. Yeah, he has to retreat his Mutalisk to take care of this and let's get it taken out. So yeah, we do have 2 mining bases here against 1 mining base on the Terran side. That is not good for the Terran. Obviously Terran only needs to be, well, no, Zerg needs to be 1 base ahead, so Terran only needs, technically only would need 1 base, but that's, holy crap. Oh my god. That is insane. That was exactly what I hoped these Widow Mines would do, only I didn't see them in the chaos that was that. Oh my god, they took out so many Mutalisks in that first shot. And then the second shot almost took down the second group of Mutalisks. But fortunately for them, they did escape with about half health. Oh my god. That could have been so much worse. Yeah, this is exactly how you need to use your Widow Mines. You need to make sure that they get their shots off, and yeah. Of course it is best to keep them with your army, that's strongest. But yeah, if you're behind like this this Terran player was, then yeah, it is really hard to yeah, to kind of come back, to kind of use him like that. But it seems that the units lost, or the resources lost, are now completely in the advantage of the Terran player. He lost 9,000 less, and that means that he should actually be able to do pretty well now. But that was, well, a big chunk of that was that Mutalisk clump that just got taken out. Of course, he has been doing great harassment, and yeah, he has been doing a great job of keeping his well, his units trading with the opponent. It's just that I'm not actually sure, yeah, how he got that advantage. I guess he traded well. That's all I can say. So yeah, really nice end push there. I really didn't expect him to do that well in the end part, but he did. The Terran player wins once again. And yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.